Okay, so first things first, we're gonna need a can of sweetened condensed milk. Borden Eagle brand, sweetened condensed milk. And we're going to need a pressure cooker or like an electric pressure cooker, like I have an Instant Pot. Barbara, please, out of the shot. Okay, so we've got our can of sweetened condensed milk here and our pressure cooker. Okay, set the rack in the bottom of a 6 or 8 quart Instant Pot and fill with 10 cups of water. Okay, so we are adding our 10 cups, beautiful. And it says the water should come up halfway to the sides, sort of. This is an, I don't know what size this is, an 8 quart maybe. I'm using a recipe called Instant Pot Dolce de Leche from Food Network. Set the can in the center of the rack. Oh, open the can. Oh no. Okay, I think it's supposed to come off. All right, I'm gonna set this here. So we're gonna open our can here of sweetened condensed milk, and we're gonna wrap the top in foil. Okay. I always feel like I use aluminum foil wrong because I know it has a shiny side that you're supposed to use for something, and it has like a not shiny side, but it's gonna turn out the same. And it says the water should come halfway up the sides. It's definitely not halfway up the side, so I think we're gonna have to add more water. So just so you know, that was actually 14 cups of water. Yeah, this one is bigger. I'll be right back. We're gonna put our lid on, maybe. Set the pressure to high. And so we will be back in 35 minutes and we will take a little look-see at what we have got going on. So now that we've made our dulce de leche, we are going to whip together our Greta bars. So you can use a stand mixer. I'm just gonna use a bowl, and I'll use a little whisk. A stick of room temperature butter. And you wanna mix your brown and your white sugar together. That's 3/4 cup each. And I will link this recipe. I don't know that the whisk is the right tool for the job here, but I would advise you at home to maybe use something else. This whisk fucking sucks. Okay, grab a spatula and work it. This bowl is probably a little too small too, but okay. We are getting somewhere. So I'm just gonna make the executive decision here to add some of our liquid ingredients, like our oil and our egg. And you're gonna see, it's really gonna help bind it together. And look at our already, like, just how much easier it is to mix. And you want to take it to a place where you're getting most of the lumps out, which is why a whisk is a good tool for the job here. Even if you don't necessarily have like the perfect tool, you're still gonna come out with something that you're gonna be really proud of. And even if, you know, you're not proud of it, like if it's not the most like beautiful thing you've ever seen, as long as it tastes good and as long as you think it tastes good, who cares? We're gonna mix in our pumpkin here. Oh, good news, my vanilla basically just sat in the bottom of this. So I'm gonna scrape it out and we're gonna mix it together because at the end of the day, again, we're not trying to incorporate a lot of air. This is really more of like a cookie bar. And so, look at that. It looks great already. Oh my gosh, look at you, girl. Doing things. And then you can just get in here You're probably not gonna pre-measure your stuff like this at home, but on the off chance that you do, you know, and look, it looks great. I forgot to preheat my oven, so I'm gonna go do that. You'll preheat it to 350 and I'll be right back. Yeah, my producers, I'm sorry, my producers are me, are telling me I seem stressed. You know, the bowl was too small, the shit wasn't coming together right, but in the end, like this, like you can see, like this has come together, it looks really great, it's gonna taste really good. And it probably seems like I'm a little stressed out, but it's just because I want everything to be perfect, and I just have to fight that urge because like baking is never gonna be perfect. There are always gonna be things that are wrong. And it's really just supposed to be fun at the end of the day. Like I hope that you're having fun watching. I hope that you have fun eating these. And if you don't make them, then I hope that, you know, you have fun watching me make them. And we just all relax a little bit. And by we, I really mean me. At this point, we are going to add our dry ingredients, which is our baking soda, our salt, and our flour. We're gonna put it in this bowl that is way too small, and we're gonna make the best of it. There's also cinnamon in here. Again, the whisk, like I desperately want this whisk to be the right tool for the job, and it is just so not. And so it's gonna go. We're saying goodbye to the whisk in this bowl that is literally just big enough. And I mean, this is really, I think, an ideal fall like baking recipe because you can make it without a mixer. It comes together in no time. Ta-da! It's pumpkiny, it's salty in a good way, it's a little sweet. It's just like everything that I want from a fall dessert, courtesy of Christina Tosi. I'm going to put this in my preheated oven as soon as it comes up to temp in a pan. The recipe calls for 8x8, but I have this cute little like blue dish, so I'm gonna show you that I'm gonna put it in because I think it's gonna be a little bit more fun. More fun. I mean, look at that. Okay, so you wanna grease this. This is kind of similar to the banana bread. If you haven't watched that, I'll link it up here or up there or wherever. In the sense that this is really yours to do whatever you want with. So if you like butterscotch chips, put butterscotch chips in. If you like dulce de leche or caramel, put caramel in. If you want like a little bit of snickerdoodle vibe like we're gonna have today, then you could totally do that. But this is really just yours to do whatever you want with, however you want. Really nice. And these are gonna puff up. Christina underbakes hers, if I'm remembering right. I guess not underbakes, but she doesn't bake them very long. Last time I made this, I baked them a little bit longer, but I think I would have liked them a little underbaked too. So for this one, we're gonna underbake them a little bit. Obviously, you know, you want it baked enough that you're not gonna get sick if you eat it. You don't wanna bake too much because this is one of those things where if it's kind of like soft, it's really, really good. So we're gonna add in just a little bit of butterscotch chips here. I like these. I don't like love them, you know? So I'm just gonna put, you know, like a reasonable amount. And then this is the dulce de leche that we made, and it's cooled, and you can see it's like very, very thick, and it's perfect for this. And so you can just take little gobs of your dulce de leche, dot it in, and this is gonna form like these like little melty pockets in here that are gonna be so good. All my knives are in the dishwasher, but I do have this, and it does the same. If your knives are in the dishwasher, then you could always use a skewer, or you could use your finger if you washed your hands, whatever. And so now we've got something that looks pretty good, right? And was like very minimal effort, which I feel like there'll be a trend that you'll sense where the things I really, really like to bake are things that are low effort, high reward. And these look so, so good and they taste great. This is a mix of sugar and cinnamon. It's 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. There's that oven. There's 2 tablespoons of cinnamon and 2 teaspoons of sugar. And no, other way. 2 tablespoons of sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. And then you just kind of want to put this over top. Like, I probably wouldn't feed this to my diabetic grandma, but once in a while, you know, or like special occasion, fall, whatever, you just kind of want to like push this on the top. I would be pretty generous with this because you really do get this like snickerdoodle cookie-esque crust that goes on. And so now we're gonna bake this for about 15 minutes and you'll get to see it. And it'll be kind of puffed up and it'll be kind of like gooey and the stuff will all kind of like melt together and it's just gonna be so good. Okay, here we are. We've got some good puffing here and that's exactly what we were looking for. You have to let them be completely cool before you cut them, otherwise they're gonna spill out everywhere. Okay, it's cool to the touch, which is always a good sign. And as you can see, it's kind of like sunken in a little bit from where we were before. And so now we are good to cut our bars. I personally feel like cutting them pretty thin is, or at least small is the right move because they're pretty good, but they're also pretty sweet, you know? And so you don't need like a huge bite. It's got this like nice kind of cakey layer. And then it also has this like soft kind of gooey layer, and it really is just, it's like the perfect fall treat. I hope you make these. Anyway, thanks. Make these. And like and subscribe. We put out new videos every Wednesday.